The government shutdown is set to continue, of course, over this weekend. This after another funding vote failed to pass in the Senate yesterday. Let's go over to Emily Wilkins. She has the latest on exactly where things stand. Day 17, right, Emily?
Day 17, David. And the question really right now, how long is this shutdown going to go? Is there any off-ramp? And one sign we're looking at, usually when the Senate is stuck like this, you do see a bipartisan coalition emerge. It's often dubbed a gang. They're bipartisan. They forge a breakthrough. And we're just not seeing that this time. There are some bipartisan talks going on, but even Republican senators who tell me that they want to work with Democrats on their big ask, remember that's extending those Affordable Care Act tax credits, they tell me that they don't see a firm working group really coalescing. I also spoke with a couple Democrats, including Senator Chris Coons. He said part of the difference this time is that even if Democrats and Republicans come to an agreement, as they have in the past on things like spending bills, the Trump administration has previously undermined them, as they did when they canceled billions in funding that lawmakers approved.
There's been a loss of trust between Senate Democrats and the administration and the House because of what's happened over the last 6 to 9 months in terms of respecting bipartisan spending bills that were signed into law last year.
Meanwhile, Republican leaders have also been in lockstep in saying no negotiations on health care until the government reopens. Senator John Cornyn, he's a Republican, and he's been part of groups tackling immigration and gun reform in the past. He's now saying that Democrats, including Senator Chuck Schumer, seem more comfortable being in a shutdown.
I think he's afraid to reach some sort of deal like we typically do in these circumstances because he'll be attacked by his progressive radical base.
With a lack of trust and both sides digging in, it doesn't seem like a shutdown is going to be over anytime soon. Senate, as you said, out today, not planning to come back until Monday. Meanwhile, the House has now been out for almost a month, and they have no planned return until the shutdown is over. David?
So, Emily, of the two issues, one, the Affordable Care Act and the subsidies, which are going to go away, or the fact that Congress has appropriated money that the administration will not spend, which is at the fore now? I feel like, it was all about the Affordable Care Act, but we've been hearing a lot more about that other issue of late.
And I think, David, that's because when it comes to Congress, really, you hear about these shutdown fights every year, but behind the scenes, there really is bipartisan negotiations that go on throughout the year about exactly how they're going to fund the government. Right now we're talking about a stopgap. When it comes to actually how the government will be funded for next year, fiscal 2026, there is a bunch of bipartisan agreements that have already been done, already on paper. And so having that rescissions process and the White House kind of undermining that previously bipartisan agreement, that has caused a lot of kind of internal concern. But I think when it comes to messaging, most Americans don't know what a rescission package is, but they do know what their health care is. They do know what their insurance premium is. And they do know that it's going to go up if we don't see these tax credits have some sort of extension.
All right, Emily, thank you. Emily Wilkins.